Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to update my project pan. So this is a project that I do every single year, and I always want to finish products in this project. So it's more of a long haul type of updates or like projects, because of course like I don't have any usage goal or any pan goals, anything like that, and usually the products that are in here aren't always the easiest to finish. However, we do have quite the exciting update today. I'm so excited to share with you the progress because I have even surpassed my own expectations this month. I have quite a few empties, especially considering we're only in the second update of the year. So yeah, I'm excited to share that all with you. But before we jump into the first product, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So as always with this project, I start with the product that has been in the longest going down the list. But considering again, it's only the second update, most of these products have been in for 2 months. But I will let you know. I think I only have, I have one product that has been in for 1 month, which I will tell you later when that comes. But we're going to start off with this product right here, which is a concealer. This is from Revolution, and it is the Conceal and Hydrate Concealer in the shade C0. This here is what I use for my eyeshadow base, and I don't believe I had done so last month, but I took out the stopper in this past month. So you can see right there, and this one is getting quite close to being finished, but there is still like plenty of product. I don't know if you can see on the one there is still loads of product left, and honestly I don't use very much. I just do a little bit of a dab on each eye and then blend it out, and it creates this really nice base for my eyeshadow. I don't feel like they crease with this one. I know some people have issues with using concealer for the eyeshadow primer, but for me it works pretty well. And if I use this like white color, it does make my eyeshadow pop, I feel like. And sometimes I do feel like the brow bone ends up being a little bit too light, but then I used to use like a skin toned eyeshadow to blend that out, so that I can make it a bit more even. But this one is still staying in the project. We'll see if it's going to be used up by next month or not. Again, since I took out the stopper, there is not too much product left in here, but honestly again I use such a little amount each time, but we'll see. Also, I haven't told you how many times I've used this one in the past month. I have reached for this one 29 times, and in the project as a whole I have used this one 53 times, which is really good. And also tracked before this year I had used it 53 times, so I'm now starting at 106 uses with this product in total, but it is staying in the project for now. The next is another base product, and this is another kind of concealer type of product, and it is this one right here. This is my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in the shade Light to Medium, which is again one of course that I'm trying to finish. I'm gonna roll the footage of what this one looks like. I think I have footage of this one, so I will roll it now. And this is another one that I have been working on quite hard. I did reach for this one before this product too. I had it in a different product last year, and I had 52 tracked usage on it then. But this is what it looked like last month, so you can see where it's standing at there. I had used it 27 times the first month, and of course I have kept using this one in the past month. I haven't used it every single time I do my makeup, but majority, and this is what it looks like today. I have reached for it 26 additional times in the past month for a total of 53 again. So very even. So that means I'm standing at 105 uses tracked for this one, but it wasn't brand new when I started tracking it either. And yeah, I'm really excited with this product. It is a beautiful product, and I'm wearing it today. I use it underneath my eyes to help with my dark circles, and it also means that I can wear a little bit less concealer, which is always nice. So that is the next product, and again it's staying in the project. The next product is kind of like a hybrid between a skincare and a makeup product, but I count this one into my primers inventory because it is so glowy. And that is the Heimish Artless Glow Base, and this is an SPF 50 pH+++. It's a really beautiful product, and I have been using this one a decent amount. I don't use it every single time I do my makeup. Like for example now, this is the second look that I'm doing, and I just finished making it, which you can see the time now. It is 4:30, which means it's already getting darker outside, and I didn't feel the point to put on like a new layer of SPF. at least not for now, or at least not this one. So that's why I didn't use this one now, but I do use it quite regularly, and I reached for this one 11 times the first month it was in the project, and I've reached for it 16 additional times in the past month for a total of 27. And this one is quite low. I can see where it's sitting when I have the ring light on it. It's sitting around here, so it might be one that is out next month if I keep it up and use it like 10 to 15 times. I do think this one can be out, so that it might be a goal for next update is to have this one empty, and we can keep like the momentum going with some more rollouts. But for now it is of course staying in, but I'm really happy with the progress on it. I believe as well when I first rolled it in it was about like here, so it has decreased quite a lot in the last 2 months. The fourth product we have to talk about is my Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder in the shade Pound Cake. This is one that I love. I absolutely love this product. It is my favorite under eye setting powder, and I'm happy to say that this one is actually empty. You might be able to see in there that it is completely empty. I mean, there is a tiny bit of product, but I literally can't get it out. I mean, I could probably, if I really like got my brush in there, because I did take out the mesh in this product. I cut it out and I kept using it, but it is done. I don't think it would even be like an application left in here. So I'm very excited for that. And I didn't have much left of this powder in general when I first rolled it in. You can see the progress lines there on the side. So where it was first update, or introduction I guess, first update and now. So again, this one is empty. I have actually already purchased this one because it is just such a beautiful powder. I have been using another kind of loose powder as well, which is fine, but I just wanted to have this one in my arsenal, so I already picked it up. I think I only went a couple days, like less than a week after finishing this one, to repurchase a new one. But yeah, I'm very excited to have it gone. And this one I did use 12 additional times in the past month to finish it, for a total of 40 in the project. But again, this one was almost empty before I rolled it in. I purchased this one last year. When was it? Like I think early last year, so I believe this one lasted me for about a year, pretty much spot on, and it was like my go-to everyday setting powder, so it does last a very long time. It has 20 grams of product in it, so I definitely think it's good value for money. And that again was my first empty for the month, so very excited for that. But we're gonna move swiftly on to the next product, which is this one right here. This is my Frat Boy blush from The Balm. This is what it looked like when I first rolled it in. So it did have a little bit of use, of course, but it wasn't a blush that I focused on too much before rolling into this project, but it is one that I did want to get out. This is what it looked like after 28 uses in the first update. I think you can see a little bit of a dip, not really a dip, but like some usage on it. And I have continued that momentum going, and I've reached for it 29 additional times in the past month, and this is what it looks like today. I can definitely see a little bit more of a dip this month. I definitely feel like now it's a dip going, but I don't know how deep these are. I think these are going to be quite, like this is going to be quite a deep blush, so I don't foresee myself hitting pan anytime soon, but I'm just happy that I'm getting some good use out of this blush. So yes, this is what it looks like now, and again, you might be able to see hopefully that there is a little bit of a dip. Again, obviously nothing like massive, but I can definitely see it when I have the ring light on it, that it has been dipping. It is the blush that I'm wearing, and it's the blush that I wear most days. I don't wear it every single day, but on the everyday basis I do wear it, but sometimes for like special occasions, specific looks, I do reach for something else. But it is this like beautiful kind of peachy pink blush, so it does go with a lot of different things, so it's versatile in that sense. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to kind of continue doing that if I want to get this one out. It is a rather large blush as well. What does it have in it again? 8.5 grams, which is a lot. So we'll see how long it takes, if I can even, like, you know, finish it before the end of the year. It might not even be possible, but at least I'm hoping to be able to hit pan on it throughout the year. But like I said, I used it 29 additional times in the past month, so I'm really trying with it. And with the 28 additional uses for the first month, we are now standing at, what's that? That's 57 uses, right? Yeah, so I'm standing at 57 uses for now, and I'm going to continue working on it. A product I rolled over from last year is my Sleek Solstice palette. This is a highlighting palette that I finished majority of last year, but I did have one shade standing, which is what I'm currently working on. I'm going to roll now what it looks like, but this is the shade Hemisphere, which is like a pale purpley type of highlighter. You can see what it looked like the first first month, and I used it 19 times before the first update, and this is what it looked like at that point. So this is last month's progress. I didn't feel like it moved that much, but I did definitely thin it out, and I have continued using it, and this is what it looks like today. I'm hoping that the pan has expanded. I feel like the pan has expanded more this month than the previous month, but I'm working quite hard on it, but I do still have a decent amount of product left in this palette. So yes, we do have some movement, but it's still going strong. It is the highlighter that I'm wearing on my face today. I have to wear a very thin layer of this one because it is quite a icy highlighter. It's like very icy and purpley, and it does give me a little bit of a cast if I put it on too heavily. So it is a very nice reflective highlighter, but I do have to be very careful with it, and I think that's why it's moving so slow. But I have reached for it 12 additional times in the past month for a total of 31 uses. So I am working on it, but we're just gonna have to see how long it takes. It is a little bit hard because I'm also panning a highlighting palette for my Pan.That face palette, so I have to divide my usage between this one and those highlighters. But ultimately I'm very determined to have this one out this year because I just want this product done. It was one that I was hoping to finish fully last year, but I didn't quite get there, as you can see. So we'll see how long it takes, but I am determined with this one. I would rather have more of my current highlighting palette that I'm planning in this year's Pan.That face palette rather than this one left at the end of the year. So I have been focusing a little bit more on it, even though my usage is slightly less this month than last month. But I feel like I've been using it more on its own, which also means that I'm using more product. But again, the pictures and the footage will speak for itself, and I'm hoping that at least I have a bit more pan expansion this month rather than last month. So next up we do have a bronzer. This here is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Matte Bronzer, and I have mine in the shade 300 Light Medium. I'm gonna roll a footage of what this one looked like when I first rolled it in. As you can see, it didn't have much product left in it. I actually had this one in my deco panning last year where I used it 137 times. And I think from that point it was mostly brand new. So that is kind of like majority of the uses. I think maybe I used it like a little bit before that, like 5, maybe 10 uses. But this is what it looked like last month, and I used it 27 times in the first month. And as you can see, I was very close to finishing this product, and I knew this one was going to be an empty this month for sure. So this is what it looks like today. It only took me 4 additional uses to finish it, and combining the 31 uses from this year as well as the tracked uses from last year, this one took me 168 uses total to get through. So yeah, we do have another empty, and I'm very excited. This one has been empty for so long. Yeah, I haven't used this one in ages because of course 4 uses meant that I finished it up very early after the last update. But yeah, it's been nice. You know, I wouldn't say that I missed it necessarily. It is a nice bronzer, but I feel like with bronzers it takes a lot for me to be like in love with them and like miss them, because I feel like a lot of the time they are quite similar to each other, and this tone wasn't anything like, you know, out of this world or anything. It was just like a standard bronzer. So I am happy to have it done. Would I repurchase it again if I was in a pinch? Yeah, for sure. Like if, let's say I go on holiday and I forget my bronzer and I know like I want to pick up an affordable one, I would definitely go for this one again. But otherwise I probably wouldn't pick this one up again, because I feel like I want to try other bronzers to find like my perfect formula. But I'm happy that this one is out and that we have another empty in this project. That is the second one for this update. So we have the last product that was rolled in at the introduction next, and that is my Burberry single eyeshadow. This one is the sheer eyeshadow in the shade Rosewood, which I have worked on quite a lot. This one was in my project all of last year, where I used this one mainly as an eyebrow powder. But I'm going to roll the footage what it looked like when I first introduced it this year, so you can see what it looks like. And I didn't have that much left in it. I definitely had my work cut out for me this year though, because even though there wasn't like that much left, I do only use a tiny bit when I use this product because I did use it in my brows. This is what it looked like at update 1 after 26 uses. So you can see that it was again not very much left in here, but I have continued working on it very steadily, and I have used it 28 additional times in the past month, and this is what it looks like today. So it is finally gone. I can't believe it. I can't believe this product is finished. I actually finished it today, not now, but this morning, like I said, I did do another look. Well, I did used to do this makeup now, but I did do a different look this morning when I went out just to town, and I did finish it then, and I can't believe this one is done. It was such a beast to finish. It was, yeah, it just took so long. So let me tell you the uses. So like I said, I used it 28 additional times this past month, plus the 26 the first update, meaning 54 uses in total this year, which is very high. However, I did also have 356 uses on this one last year when I tried to pan it, you know, in my rolling period pan. I had it in all the way from introduction last year and all the way up until now. So it's been like, what, 14 months in the project? And it took me 410 uses to finish this, and that is definitely the highest an eyeshadow has ever taken me to finish. This one is quite a large eyeshadow though. It has 2.5 grams, which is very, very high. I think normally I would say that for matte shadows, I mean this one I'm also satiny shade, but for matte shadows, maybe like 150 to 200 uses depending would be average. This one was like more than double, but yeah, it's a bit bittersweet because I have really enjoyed this one as an eyebrow powder, but I'm also very, very excited to have it done. So we do have another rollout and I'm so happy. Again, it's going to be weird not having this one in my makeup bag though, or in my drawers, because it's been in there every single day for so long. And we have 2 more products left to go. I actually think I said I only had 1 product rolling in last update, but I did have 2. So I was slightly misspoken there, but that is okay. But we do have 2 more products left to go, and both of them were rolled in last month. So first up over those, we have my Kosas concealer. This one I rolled in, and I actually have worked on this one kind of on the side, but I wanted to finish it this year. And I didn't have it in the project, even though again it was something that I used a lot through January. So I rolled this one in and had to take out the stopper very early on, and I actually have finished this one already. I don't know if you can see, but this one is completely scraped out. The wand is like completely empty. The wand wouldn't go all the way down, but I did actually use like a makeup brush to get the very last bit out from the bottom, and it is now completely empty. And this one only took me 10 uses to finish, so a very, very short-lived product in this project. But again, I had used it a lot. I used it like, again, all of, well, not all of January, but a lot of January. I used it a lot like end of last year when I got like a bit paler after summer. So I'm not surprised that this one is done, but I did expect it to take a little bit longer. But we do have another empty, so that is actually the 4th empty for this update, which is incredible. I'm very, very pleased with that. So we're gonna have a bit of a half refresh, I guess, in this update, but yeah, this one is empty, and we're gonna swiftly move on to the next and last product. And the last product that we have to talk about is this one right here, which is another one that is a comeback from last year. I worked on this one last year too, not all the year though, but I did use it quite a lot last year, and that is again from Chanel, and it is the Powder Universal Natural Finish Pressed Powder in this shade Translucent 3. So I'm gonna roll the footage of what this one looked like when I first introduced it, which was last month. I had already had 78 tracked uses on this one from previous years, so that is kind of where I was standing. I had a massive dip in for this product. I was surprised I hadn't hit pan yet, and this is what it looks like today. So as you can see, I was able to finally hit pan, and it's quite a large pan too now. Since I have been using it like with a big powder brush, I feel like I even dealt quite a lot in the center, so the pan has expanded quite quickly. But let me talk you through the usage and how long it took me to pan on this product. So it only took me 5 uses in the project to hit pan on it, so not very long. But again, I did have a lot of tracked uses from last year too with this product. So in total, with all of those tracked uses, it took me 83 uses to hit pan on it. So that's way higher, but yeah, only 5 in the past month, and I have actually reached for this one 28 times, which means that I have reached about 23 times since hitting pan, and that's also, I think, why the pan is now so large. This one is too dark for me to use as like a powder at the moment, or like, you know, like to set my face. So what I actually have done is, since I finished up my L'Oreal bronzer, this is what I've been using as my bronzer. And that is what I'm doing today. It is a very, very light bronzer for me, but currently, since we are in winter, it's been looking very nice and natural. I've really been actually enjoying how it's been looking because it hasn't been so over the top and so like super bronzy. So I'm definitely going to continue doing it that way. You know, I might mix it with other bronzers, but just kind of use this one to buff things out so it's not too intense. And I think that way I might be able to finish this one up much quicker. And yeah, it's been amazing to reach for. You can see there's a little bit of hard pan around the sides. I might use some tape to try to get that off, but for now I still have a lot of product that is accessible without, you know, doing that. So I'm going to continue working on it and see how far I can get the pan in the next month, and maybe, you know, in a month or two when I need to repress this one, we'll see what happens. But yeah, for now it is staying in the project, but I'm so happy that I finally have pan on this product, and now it's going to be, I think, more fun to track. So the last thing to do is roll in some new products. I just realized my neighbor upstairs put on some music, I think right in the room above me, so I hope you can't hear that, but if you can, I'm sorry. I just need to introduce the products anyway, and normally when she puts it on, it's usually only on the weekends. She plays it for quite a long time, so hopefully, fingers crossed, you can't hear it. But it's time to introduce some new products because again, we have 4 rollouts, which is incredible. So let me talk you through what I'm introducing. So the first product that we have is this one right here, and this is another product that is on my 50 products that I want to pan in 2025 list. And this is actually a bronzer. So even though I've been loving the Chanel product as a bronzer, I do want to roll this one in because I do want to finish it, and I want to get a head start on it because this one has, let me check, doesn't say, it has 6.5 grams, which is not like insanely high, but it's still quite a, you know, a big bronzer. And this one, I haven't used that much, so I feel like it's gonna be one that I don't know, it's going to take a bit longer to finish, and I'm excited to roll it in. I think again I'm going to mix it a little bit more with the Chanel powder to start, but then when we get into spring and summer and the warmer months, I will pick up my usage again on this one. But I do think I can finish it this year, but that's also kind of again why I'm rolling it in to this product early. And so that's going to be the first product. We'll see again how long it takes, but I'm excited to just get the ball rolling with this one right here. And then to get myself even more scoped, we have this product rolling in next, and this is another cheek product, and it is from Kevin Aquan. This is a product that I've had for so long. It's almost been in my collection for 10 years now. I know exactly when I purchased this one because I purchased it when I lived in the US. I lived in Chicago in 2016 in like end of the year, so August to December. So yeah, that's when I purchased this one. I believe I purchased probably around like, I would say like maybe September time, I would guess, just from like memory. So, you know, this autumn is going to be 9 years in my collection, so I feel like it's about time to get it out. So it's another product that is on my list of products to finish this year. And honestly, it doesn't really have that much use, but I want to change that. I want to have this one out. So I'm rolling it in. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to finish it. I feel like sometimes I don't like contouring like right here, just maybe with my face shape or something. So if you have any recommendations how to use a kind of contour powder like this, let me know. I have thought about maybe using it like in this area because I feel like I like contouring this area a bit more, or on my, you know, nose contour, things like that. Like, I also thought about maybe using this one as an eyebrow powder now when the Rosewood eyeshadow is out. However, this one, I haven't even checked yet. How big is this one? It has 4 grams of product, which means that it's almost twice as big as the eyeshadow. So using it purely as a brow powder, I'm scared to see how long that would take to finish. I can of course always use an eyeshadow on my lid and stuff like that as well, but I'm panning so many eyeshadows. So any recommendations on how to use a kind of sculpting powder or contour powder like this, let me know. But that is the next product rolling in. So we have 2 more products to go, and the next one, you know, since I finished an eyeshadow, I can't just leave it and work on other eyeshadows in another product. I need to introduce another eyeshadow because I'm crazy like that. And I'm going to introduce this one right here. It's another product that I tried to finish last year, but I didn't quite get to. This is the Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow in Metallic Peach, and this is what it looks like. So it does already have quite a lot of pan in it, but I want to finish just this one this year. It's probably going to still take quite a long time to get through, but yeah, I want to get through it because it is just not my favorite formula, but I've already invested a lot of you know, effort into this product, so I do want to finish it. It's not like I'm hate panning it, I still enjoy it, but I want to like get it out so I can leave kind of room in my collection for more indie shadows and stuff like that. For example, like the shadows that I wore today. They're super sparkly, super stunning. I don't know if you can see it. Purely like, I feel like sometimes the ring light kind of washes out the sparkles, but I want to leave more room for things like that in my collection, and by getting this one out, I feel like I can. And then the very final product rolling in is an everyday product that I've been using a lot anyway, and it's not on my 50 products I want to finish in 2025 list. However, I do feel like it's a nice product to roll in because it is something that I can easily reach for, and I feel like I am missing this type of product in this project, and that is a foundation. This one is the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation, which is actually quite new to my collection. I only purchased this one last year, so it's not very old at all. However, it's not like my favorite formula, and I'm currently testing some new foundations, which means that I'm purchasing some more, like some newer ones, and I want to get this one out to leave room for new formulas to try. So this one I have in the shade 1W1 Cashmere. It is the foundation that I'm wearing today. It's the foundation that I wear a lot of the time. I have tried a new foundation which I absolutely love, and that is my new favorite. I wear that one on like office days or when I need my makeup to last a super long time. But if I'm just going out for like dinner or working from home or anything like that, this is my go-to foundation, which is why I think it's going to be quite fun to reach for. I'm trying to look through the ring light right now. I have had this one stood up for, you know, a week, 2 weeks, because I knew I was going to roll this one in. But I can't see it settling, so I don't think there's going to be a foundation I can mark, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise to you and me when it's going to be done, or things like that. Of course, like I can kind of feel my weight, but I'm excited to roll this one in. And again, I think even though it's not too old in my collection, it is one that I probably wouldn't repurchase again, just because it is a little bit too, like, not glowy. I don't mind glowy foundations, but it's a little bit too slippy for me, which is one of the reasons why I want to get it out. But that is everything for my update today. Those are the 4 new products rolling in. For my next update, I'm hoping to have, so I'm just grabbing them, I'm hoping to have 2 products maybe rolling out, and that is these 2 right here. This one I'm not sure yet if I can get out or not, but maybe I can have this one out. This one I feel like I can if I just focus on it. So having these 2 out will be a mini goal for next month, and again, then that way I can keep the momentum going with having rollouts in this project. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.